Hello, grade 8. We will discuss in this video applications about functions to solve cheat 1 in our SMS, which is talking about functions and how we can classify functions, or when we can say that this one is a function or not a function. When we look at the first question, we will find that it's called, this one is mapping diagram. And mapping diagram, look at the oval one, it's -4, -1, and 1 and 3. What do you note here? We note that each value of x connected only one time. Yes, each element on x appears only one time. So we can see -4 and 9, -1 and 6, 1 and -6, and 3 and 11. For this reason, so the answer for the first question, it will be function. Why this one is a function? Because each element on x appears only one time. Then each element on x appears only one time. So this one is a function. Okay, let's move to the next question. Next question, we have a table, right? 2 and 7. Once you have a table or you have a mapping diagram, you have to look at the domain. If each element on the domain connected only one time and we didn't escape any element, so it will be a function. If we repeat 1, 2 times, 3 times, and more, so that it will not be a function. Then look at the second one here. It's 2, 4, 6, 8. So this one now, it will be a function. So this one, it will be, sorry. It will be a function because each element on x has only one image. We will move to question number 2 here. In question number 2, look at the value of the domain. -3, 2, 3, 2. What do you notice? I notice that I have 2, and then I have another 2. For this reason, we can say that this one is, yes, not a function. It's not a function. Why? Because we have L2 appears 2 times, or because L2 has 2 images or connected 2 times. Okay, so it's not a function because 2 has 2 images. Let's move to the next question. Question number 3. Question number 3, it's a set of order pair. So we have to know if this one represents a function or not. So we have to care about only x. -2, 1, 3, 5, 7. Then in this one, we didn't note that we have any elements on x connected 2 times or repeating 2 times. For this reason, we are going to say for this one what? It will be, for question number 3, it will be a function. And what is the reason? Because we didn't note, or each one input, it has only one output, or each one in the domain connected only one time. Let's move to the next question here in this one. How we will decide that this one is a function or not a function? Remember, if you have a graph and you want to know if this one is a function or not, then you have to use the vertical line test, which means I'm going to check now this line, it will pass through only one point. Here, it will pass through only one point, 1 point, 1 point, and so on. Okay, so we note that the vertical line test in any position, it will not intersect at more than 1 point. For this reason, we are going to say that the answer for this question, it will be function. Why? Because each one input, it has or connected only one times or appears only one time. Next question, y equal x plus 3. This one, it will be a function or not? Yes, it will be a function, and it will be a linear function. The exponent above x is 1, so it's a line. So if you have the axis and the starting point, it will be 0 and 3. The starting point, it will be 0 and 3. And after that, we have what? The slope here is 1, which means 1 up and then 1 to the right. And then I have another 1, which is 1 up and then 1 to the right. And then we will connect the points together. Okay, then I want to use the vertical line test. To the vertical line test, you will come and then you will draw your vertical line test like this, like this. Okay, so every time the vertical line test, it will intersect at only 1 point. For this reason, we are going to say that the vertical line test is intersecting at only one time. So we will say that this one, it will be a function. And if you want to classify the function, it will be linear function. Look at question number 5. What is the answer for question number 5? First, check the domain. What do you notice in the domain? -1, -2, -1 and 9, -2 and 8, -3 and 7, -4 and 8. We note that each element on X has only one image. For this reason, so this one, it will be a function. Let's move to question number 9. Question number 9, we have X equal 12. If I want to represent this one graphically, but in the exam we don't need to represent it graphically, but you have to know now because I'm explaining in front of you. So this is the axis and I want to represent. You know that once you have X, it should be parallel with Y directly. If you have X, it should be parallel with Y. At which point? We said X equal 12. So it could be here, this one equal 12, right? So we can say 12 and 0, we can say 12 and 1, 12 and 2, 12 and 3, 12 and -1, 12 and 12 and 12 and 12. Then if I will connect them together, it will be parallel with y-axis. Parallel with y-axis, which means if we will imagine that we are going to draw the vertical line test, it will intersect it at infinite number of points. For this reason, in any exam, we have to answer directly that once I have x equal 12, so x equal 12, it will be not function. So this one, it will be not function. Why? Because it will intersect the vertical line test at infinite number of points. Then if we will move directly to the next question here, y equal -8. So by the same way, y equal -8, it will be parallel with x-axis. If I will imagine with you, this is the axis. y equal negative 8. So the starting point, it will be 0 and negative 8. So we will stop down 0 and negative 8, for example. And then we have 1 and negative 8, 2 and negative 8, 3 and negative 8, and so on. So if I want to connect them together, it will be a line parallel with x-axis. Draw the vertical line test. It will intersect. Don't confuse, please, because this one represent, this is x-axis, and this is y-axis. Okay, and the line here we stopped at negative 8. Okay, so once you have x equal 12, it will be parallel with y-axis, which means it will be undefined, so this one is not a function. Y equal negative x, it will be parallel with x-axis, and the vertical line test, it will intersect at only one point, so y equal number, it will be a function. Then please try to remember this rule. X equals something, it will not be a function. Y equals something, it will be a function, because in this case, it will intersect the x-axis at only, sorry, it will be parallel with x-axis, and it will intersect the vertical line test at only one point. Let's continue this question. Graph, then quickly we will go to draw the vertical line test. Did you see this is the point and this is the point? So if I will draw the vertical line test, it will intersect at 2 points. Intersect at 2 points, so directly we have to say not a function. Why? Because we have elements in the domain appears or connected more than one time. For this reason, we are going to say that this one, it's not a function. Let's move to question number 12. Question number 12, we have negative 9 and negative 5, negative 4, 3, 7, 6, 3. What do you notice? Grade 8. I notice that I have 3, and I have 3, and it appears 2 times. So directly this one, it will be not a function. Why? Because we have one element in the domain connected 2 times, or appears 2 times, or has 2 images. Question number 13. It's a graph. What we have to do directly? Exactly, we have to use vertical line test. Intersect at one point, intersect at 2 points. So we have to stop now. Why we have to stop? Because in this case, it has 2 images. For this reason, we will say that this one, it's not a function. What about question number 14? 3 and 4, 3 and negative 4. Stop. Why? Because 3 has 2 images. So this one, it will not be a function. So this will not be a function because we have elements appears or connected more than one time. This question, it's a graph. So what we have to do, vertical line test, we will draw the vertical line test from any position. It will intersect only at one point. So intersect only at one point. So this one, it will be a function. Let's continue the last question. This one, vertical line test, so it will not be a function. 4 and 5, 3, negative 2, negative 2 and 5, 4 and 7, we note that they repeat 4 2 times. Then this one, it will not be a function. This one, y equal 3x plus 2y. So we have to simplify this first. You said that y equal 3x plus 2y. Then we have to simplify. So we have 2y minus y, and in this case I have to transfer negative 3, so it will be negative 3x. We will simplify, so we have y equal negative 3x. Then already we transferred this one y to this side, so it becomes 2y minus y, and we transferred 3x to the opposite side, it becomes negative 3x. Then 2 minus 1, it will be equal y equal negative 3x. This one, it will be a linear function. If you want to represent it graphically, it will pass through the origin point and it will intersect the vertical line test at only one point. So this one, it will be a function. What about y equal 3x minus 2? 3x minus 2, we will represent it graphically. It will be a line. If you will draw the vertical line test, it will intersect at only one point. Then in this sheet, we revised together how we will know if the figure with different types of functions. And we said functions, it is something which it has only one input, or input, only one input to receive outputs. We can find functions as you see in front of you in mapping diagram, in a table, in a graph, or a relation of set of numbers. I hope that you enjoyed to watch this video. Inshallah, see you again in the next video.